Well, that last module may have had you thinking to yourself, well, Brian, that is thoroughly underwhelming, switching between windows. I mean, what is the big deal? Well, after this module, I think you'll see that is a little bit bigger deal. Once you know how to do that, you may be interested in looking at two documents side by side. So if you have, and this, you can think of the practical applications for this. If you just have something that you write, you send to someone else, a coworker, and they send it back to you, how do you compare those two documents? Well, with Word 2007, it's now a lot easier to compare two documents side by side. And again, for the example here, I'll start with sonnet number 2 and sonnet 2A here. And let's look at the differences very quickly between those two sonnets. At a glance, besides that first line here, it may be a little bit tough to actually see. You have to read through it. But watch when we do this. Let's go to the, I'll make sonnet 2 the active window here. In fact, I should have done it with my Alt-Tab procedure. They're just toggling back and forth. But I'm going to go to the View tab once again in the ribbon. And I'm going to click on a button here which you will probably be able to see a lot better than I am able to show you in this resolution. And that is this button right here. And in the window grouping, you have View Side by Side, which again, you'll probably be able to see the entire text for this, unlike me. But if I click that, I get a little dialog box that says, let's compare this with your other open documents. And you get to select one of them. So I'll select Sonnet 2A and I'll click on OK, and now as you can see, those two documents are there side by side. Now it's more than just the view of them that makes a difference too, because now what happens if I grab a scroll bar either here or there, or just hit a scroll wheel, which your mouse may be equipped with a scroll wheel. But once I start moving around, what's also very nice about this ability or this technique to view documents side by side is that you can do this. Isn't that cool? Up and down. And does the side to side work? Absolutely. So now if I want to read Shakespeare's Second Sonnet and Shakespeare's Second Sonnet, a revision by Brian, I can look at them line by line and go, aha, now I see some of the differences, because I can read this and I can read that. And in the next module, I'll even show you this one step further, which is let's highlight the exact words or the exact differences between Sonnet 2 and Sonnet 2A. So as we close things up here with this little module, you can go back to the window grouping, and again, you may see this better. So this is what you should have seen, the View Side by Side button. So another thing that governs this, as you can see, is this button that goes along with View Side by Side, which is again toggled by default, which is synchronous scrolling. That's what we just observed when I grabbed one of the scroll bars. It did synchronous scrolling with the other document that I was comparing. So again, to turn this off now, if I'm done viewing side by side, I click that button there and it goes back to the view I had before.